It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Welcome to the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm Bob Rechtenwald, and this is Scooter. Whoop, whoop. Scott Callies.
How are you?
Just peachy, Scooter. How about yourself?
Just peachy. Just peachy.
Just peachy. How about yourself?
I'm all right. I can't complain.
Would anybody listen?
No.
I would listen.
Nah.
Sure would. I may laugh my tail off, but I'd still listen.
Probably go in one ear and fly right out the other.
There ain't nothing there to catch it. So
Exactly.
that's where you're headed. I know it is. Yeah. Nice little storm we had last night.
This morning?
Yeah, about 3 o'clock.
Yeah, about to say I get up at 3:30 and I'd already woke up to the thunder and it was just going after it.
Pretty good winds, high winds.
Yeah, didn't in our house we don't hear the wind so much. So
no, because I guess the shape of your house really helps that, doesn't it?
Yeah. We can usually hear the rain a little bit on the skylights, and then, if it's, something really heavy, we can hear it. But winds usually don't.
How's your dog do with storms?
Neither one of them seem to care.
Really?
Yeah, they sleep right through it.
Now, you had one that really cared.
I did. I had one that, oh my gosh, it would go nuts. It would try to hide in the closet, and it would tear up your closet trying to find somewhere to hide. I mean, he would freak. He was a mess. We ended up having to, if the storms were bad enough, we'd have to cage him and then put a blanket over the cage so we felt
comfortable.
Yeah, confined, hidden. I guess is the word, hidden. But yeah, he was a mess. Unfortunately, he passed away a long time ago.
Yeah.
But, the two I got now, I think they could care less. They'll just snore right through it. They don't care. They let it
well, they happen. Play hard during the day.
They do, and trying to ease that down a little bit, because you'll be trying to watch a movie and they're just, they're on top of each other like two little bears going after it, and they have a ball. Just
have a good old time.
Yeah. Yep. And the one I get, it's a golden doodle, so you got to get it groomed constantly, and that doesn't help, because then you get the other dog just chewing all over it, and now that grooming's gone. So it's like, all right, whatever. Let them have fun.
Let them have a little fun.
Let them have fun. Let them be dogs.
There you go. Dog will be dog.
Yep. That's true. That's true.
Time for the morning prayer.
All right. Get started.
Whenever.
You're good.
Okay.
You're good.
That's right. We're getting a new sponsor for the morning prayer.
We are, and we're still working on everything, so I will announce that once we get it all finalized.
All right. Morning prayer. Lord, we just thank you for who you are and what you do for us in our lives. Lord, we just pray that you'll give us the wisdom, the knowledge to deal with things that we have to on a daily basis. Lord, we just pray that you'll lead, guide, direct us, and keep us safe. Lord, we just pray that you'll be with all those that travel in and out of our area as they come in to visit or they come to check things out. Lord, we just pray that you will continue to bless us with this cool weather that you've given us these last few days. It's all these things that we pray for and give you thanks. In Christ's name, amen.
Amen.
I'm a little lost. I usually go into a whole new spiel.
I know. David did the same thing yesterday.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty funny. You're so used
to it's funny.
It's so used to a certain spiel, and you just rolls off, and now it's like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's a change.
Wait, there's something else that's supposed to happen here. And what that else is, we'll take a quick break from Bob and Linda's Adora. Right? Is that where we're at?
Yeah.
So confused.
We're going to take a break, watch a quick clip from Bob and Linda's Adora, and we'll be right back.
There you go.
Oh, honey, we've had such a wonderful vacation here in the Ozarks. I really hate to go home.
I know. The lakes, the rivers, they've all been great for fishing. Oh, and the boating and the swimming.
And the people are so nice in the stores and restaurants.
Let's call an agent and see if we can make Mountain Home our new home.
Call the Z-Team, 870-405-0793. Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East Mountain Home.
870-405-0793. Hello, Z-Team?
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for the weather, the dam reports, and lake levels, all brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z-Team. Century 21 Lemac Realty, 870-405-0793 is their number. RetireToArkansas.net is their website. Go there, click on live views, and this is what you get to see today.
Not bad.
That's a shot from Marion County, Arkansas, back into Baxter County, Arkansas. Contractor's Trust is way to your right. That's the little white building there. Rainbow Bridge is off to your left. You can see it. Tell it it's a live view shot because the clouds are moving.
Yep.
How about that other shot?
All right.
Or a other shot. There's a little bit of a closer shot of the Rainbow Bridge in the downtown park area of the city of Cotter. And there's one of my favorite shots is that right there because you can really tell that it's water moving.
You can tell it's low, too.
And it is really low. If you're not a professional fishing guide and know this river like the back of your hand, I would suggest you get one or don't go fishing.
Yeah, I don't. I wouldn't fish. Even if you're used to the river and you're in a different area of it, you don't know where the channels are and where things are. You're going to tear stuff up really fast.
Yeah, so be very, very careful when you're out there fishing.
Is there somebody standing out? No, I think that's a stick.
That looks like a stick.
Yeah.
These shots are brought to you each morning by Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z-Team. Century 21 Lemac Realty, 870-405-0793 is their number. Go there. Again, click on MLS listings, see what's available in our area. If you see something that you're interested in, you need to give them a call quickly because things are still moving quickly here in our area. I'm going to go ahead and read through some temperatures while that pans around. Currently in Mountain Home is 67, Harrison is 69, Batesville is 70, Yellville is 68, Marshall is 73, Salem is 68, Mountain View is 73, Calico Rock is 67, West Plains, Missouri is 68, Springfield, Missouri is 67, Poplar Bluff, Missouri 72, and St. Louis, Missouri is 71. The Z-Team brings you these shots each and every morning at RetireToArkansas.net. Click on live views, and that's what you get to see. We'll take a look at the radar. Ba-ba-boom. And looks like the storm that we had about 3:30 this morning is gone on through. It's headed over toward, if that radar will catch up and stay there.
It's updating. It's got to go all the way through.
It's been through twice. All right, here we go. Now it's clicking in. It's been through Nashville. It's up into Kentucky, lower Indiana, into Ohio. That's past. It's not even up to 7 o'clock yet. Here we go. Like I say, going through Nashville, Indiana, into Ohio. Looks like it's going to dissipate out probably by noon, 1 o'clock. It'll be completely out of our area for sure and almost completely out of Kentucky. So we'll zoom into Arkansas, see what's left for, see if there's any heavy rains left around the area. All that has gone through around 7 right now. It's passing through Jonesboro, Blytheville, hitting maybe just barely going to get into Memphis. But after 8 o'clock from Rogers to Blytheville, from Jonesboro to Fayetteville, Fort Smith, Conway, Little Rock, Pine Bluff, Hot Springs, Texarkana, it's going to be clear, probably all cleared up by 9 o'clock this morning. So if you got travel plans around the state of Arkansas, if you can wait between 8 and 9, you're probably going to be in good shape. Watches and warnings. Let's see what we've got. We got that stinking heat advisory back down the southern portion of the state of Arkansas, northern portion of Louisiana, all of East Texas, a little bit of Mississippi. What is this up here? Scooter can't really tell. Is that an air quality alert? These right here?
It looks like it.
It's amazing how it can miss these two states.
And go around it.
And just go right to Nebraska. What a deal. Air quality alert. We don't have any of that going on. We just got some heat to deal with. Excessive heat watch down along the coast of California, down Mexican border. New Mexico has got it. Not so bad. Arizona, Nevada. There we go. 7-day forecast. Chance of thunderstorms, then sunny today, high of 85. Clear tonight, low of 61. Tomorrow, Thursday, high of 86. Clear, slight chance of thunderstorms, low of 62. Chances showers on Friday, high of 81. Mostly clear Friday night, low of 61. Saturday going to be a great day, high of 82. Mostly sunny. Mostly clear on Saturday night, low of 58, and sunny on Sunday, high of 81. Sunday night's going to be low around 59. Slight chance of rain on Monday, high near 81, low of 62. Tuesday, high near 76 will be the high. Might have to break out a sweater, Scooter.
Woohoo, bring it on.
Pollen and allergy. Tree pollen today, none tomorrow, none on Thursday. Well, that didn't update because today is Wednesday. How do you update that, Scooter? F5?
No. That little.
This little
Yep.
Humley jigger here. Here we go. None today, none tomorrow, none on Friday. Today, grass pollen is moderate. Tomorrow is none. Friday is none. And ragweed today is moderate. High tomorrow and high on Friday. Boom, boom, boom. Lake levels and dam reports. Lake Norfolk 553.72, which is 1.72 above full pool of 552. Generation is unavailable at this time at Norfolk. And they didn't mention anything about any spillway gates.
Well, you can see on the graph, they really haven't been letting any out just recently, even on spillway.
And let's take a look at Bull Shoal. 658.09, which is 0.91 above a full pool of 659. They currently have one generator going at this time. And that's the lake levels, dam reports, and the weather updates, all brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team, Century 21 Lemac Realty. 870-405-0793 is their number. Retirettoarkansas.net is their website. Give them a call. If you're looking for real estate buying, selling, maybe do a little trading. You never know. Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hi, Brett, Fritz, and Paisley here at Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road. Mower Warehouse has the largest selection of Ferris zero-turn mowers in stock. 0% financing available. Mower Warehouse also services all brands of mowers. We offer free delivery. Come see us for all your mower needs. That's Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road, where your business is appreciated.
Going on now through June, up to $500 off select mowers at Mower Warehouse, with no money down and payments as low as $89 per month.
Have you ever?
Welcome back to Community News and Happenings, brought to you by Mower Warehouse of Mountain Home. Mower Warehouse is located on Highway 178 east out toward the bypass. Quarter mile from the bypass on the right-hand side of the road, but you'll know you're there when you see mowers in the air.
See mowers everywhere.
Everywhere.
I was there yesterday. He's got them stacked in there.
They're just like cordwood, just stacked everywhere.
He sells one, he gets two. I think that's what it is. He just keeps multiplying.
At least you can get them. There's some places can't get them.
That is true. That is true. But he's got plenty of them out there, from the little walk-behinds to the regular residential to the commercials, the stand-up ones, whatever you're looking for.
What kind are they?
The Ferris.
And what are they? What are they famous for?
Cool coil spring suspension.
Cool coil spring suspension.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty neat. I've been out there. I haven't actually used one, and I do want to use one time because I see the theory of it, and it's supposed to really make it smooth. See if it makes a difference. The other thing about Mower Warehouse is they've got parts. Yes.
They do service.
Yes.
And if you can't get it to them, they'll come to you, pick it up, bring it in the shop, fix it, and bring it back.
I was in there the other day, and a guy was in there needing. He couldn't get it started. He pulled the battery. They tested the battery. It's not the battery, so it's something else. Either solenoid or the starter or something like that. So, guy's like, "Well, I guess I need to get it in here, but I'm leaving tomorrow morning to go out of town." And so he's like, "Well, I can come pick it up, work on it while you're gone. Come back, just give us a call. We'll drop it off." And that's what they do.
Pretty cool.
They get you taken care of. They really do. He's always helped me anytime I needed a part or needed something done. He does a great job over there.
Do you happen to know what their hours are over there?
I don't.
We need to find that out so we can announce that on the air.
Okay. We can do that.
Good to know for people to know.
Would. You know. I will say this, though. They did go ahead and extend the
I was going to ask about that. Rebates are still going on through September, or?
Yep. He said check with me at the end of the month. I mean, that's they keep saying the end of the month it ends, and then next day they decided to extend it because it's done very well apparently. So it's a great deal for everybody. If you're looking at saving some money, they can really save you some good money on it. Most of the mowers were like $500 rebates. There were some that was higher, bigger commercial stuff, but most of them were $500. They have financing right there in-house. They can do no money down financing and 0% financing, so they can get you in a mower without killing your pocketbook.
That'd be exciting. Let's see what we got to talk about here this morning, Scooter. Looks like we're having a fundraising event Saturday, September the 23rd. From 8 p.m. or from 6 p.m. to 8:30. Doors will open at 5:30. It's at Twin Lakes Baptist Church, Hope Center at 2645 Highway 62 Southwest. Tickets are $25 a piece. Available at Rivertown Gallery at 3512 Highway 62 West. I guess that church is at 62 Southwest as well. You can give them a call at 870-425-3898. And what is this? Cross Trail Outfitters, Youth Hunting and Fishing Club, guiding the next generation to Christ through the outdoors. Great local food, door prizes, raffle, music provided by Jerry Hopper, a fun-filled evening benefiting our area youth. CTO, Buffalo River, Arkansas chapter, which is Cross Trail Outfitters.
They do a lot with the kids. They really do.
Dwayne Hayda is the Arkansas State Director. You can contact him at 870-404-7999 or email him at dHayda@teamcto.org. Looks like it's, these pictures on here make it look like it's a fun time. Take these kids fishing and hunting and paddling and canoeing and just having a good time
all sorts
together.
of outdoor stuff.
All right, PEO, Women Helping Women Reach for the Stars. The PEO Sisterhood is a nonprofit organization that has helped more than 122,000 women pursue educational goals by providing nearly $415 million in educational assistance, making a difference in women's lives. PEO is
Philanthropic.
That's the one. Educational organization has been celebrating and helping women for over 150 years. Through membership, the PEO Sisterhood has brought together more than 500,000 women in the United States and Canada who are passionate about helping women advance through their education while supporting and motivating them. We started with a bond of friendship of 7 women in Mount Pleasant, Iowa, and is now the oldest women organization in North America with 5,600 chapters. Members are passionate about PEO's mission, celebrate the advancement of women, educate women through scholarships, grants, awards, loans, stewardship of Cotty College, and motivate women to achieve their highest aspirations. And this fundraiser is a yard sale, which will be held at St. Andrew's Church on 511 Coley. All kinds of things going on there. It will be Friday, September the 8th, and Saturday, September the 9th. On Friday, it will be from 8 to 4. On Saturday, it will be from 8 to 2. There will be tools, adult clothing, shoes, kitchenware, purses, furniture, gadgets, pet stuff, jewelry, lots of exciting things, multiple. Got a fly, Scooter. With over dozens of members. Going to be just a good time. It's an all-day event on Friday and Saturday. Got that flag going on there, Scooter.
She's staying over there. I don't know why. I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, I even showered this morning. What a deal. You got anything else over there, Scooter?
No, I ain't got a whole lot.
Ain't got a whole lot. I'm going to go ahead and throw it out. It's only Wednesday, but the Mount Home Bombers will take on Greenwood on Friday.
Yes.
We need as big a crowd this Friday as we had last Friday against Harrison. So you'll hear me say that again today, and you'll hear me say it again on Friday. But go out and check these things out. The CTO, which will be happening on the 23rd of September, so we'll be talking about that quite a bit. And this PEO yard sale, which will be held at St. Andrew's Church Friday and Saturday of this week. Go check it out. That's been Community News and Happenings brought to you by Moore Warehouse of Mountain Home, Highway 178 East out toward the bypass. You'll know you're there when you see the mowers in the air. We'll be back in just a moment.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
All you've ever wanted was a place to write your story. You hear it's not the right time to buy or sell a house, but really, the best time is when it's right for you. The real estate markets, they change, they go up, they go down. One thing that doesn't change is where you want to be in your life. The professionals you team up with will make your story happen. The Z Team are the professionals you need to hire for your next chapter. So call the Z Team at 870-405-0793, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East, retiredtoarkansas.net.
Are you looking for the best barbecue in 2 states?
Holy smokes!
Want the meatiest fall-off-the-bone ribs?
Holy smokes!
The most tender and delicious pulled pork?
Holy smokes!
The tastiest brisket in the Ozarks?
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering is the only place you need to go. Dine in, carry out, and the best food for your next catered event.
Holy smokes!
We're your mountain home for great barbecue cooking.
Holy smokes!
A higher calling for your taste buds.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's our monthly visit with the Mayor of Mountain Home, Hillrey Adams. How are you, sir?
Hey, great this morning, Bob. We got another little storm moved through last night. And Gage at City Hall this morning said 1 inch of rain last night.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Another good rain. Looks like there was some pretty strong winds with it, and probably a few folks got some tree limbs down again this morning.
Well, you know, that little pop-up we had on Monday was quite eventful with the damage it did out at the west side.
Yeah, it was. Got a little roof off something out there, but that had some really, really high winds with it. And I don't know what kind of winds we had this morning at 1:30, but I didn't get up to look at them.
But you could hear them?
But I could hear them, and I could hear all that lightning real well. Speaking of lightning, was that not some lightning Friday night we saw up here at Bomber Stadium?
Oh, my goodness. That was an exciting.
We could sit here and talk all for an hour about that game.
We could, yeah. Better not, but we could.
Well, I mean, that's just a good thing. You know, that is a great event. And, you know, we did the pregame, you and I, and we talked about how important it was to get out there and support those kids, not just the football players we see and talk about, but, you know, the kids in the band, the cheer, the dance teams, and they all put a lot of effort into getting ready for those games. And I had to leave, go do another event, and when I came back, I was in shock how many people were at Bomber Stadium that night. It was unbelievable.
Estimated about 6,000 people.
Does that count all of them in standing room only around the ends?
Does it count the ones on the outside the fence that could not get in? I looked over one time to my right, which is down
Yeah.
on the east side of the field, and they were standing up along the fence on the outside because apparently there's nowhere for them to sit anyway.
Well, we got to remember that they got another big game this Friday night, and we need another big crowd out there to support those kids and hope we have an outcome that's like the one we had this past Friday night.
Absolutely. I want to say thank you to Coach Philip Taylor. He put on a first responders, retired present military event where he had all those people in, fed them a meal, recognized them on the big screen. He did a great job putting all that together. It's just the way the community comes out for that stuff, and the way this poured out the support for the Harrison rivalry game and the competition there. But when we played the national anthem, when the band was there playing the national anthem, and you didn't see anybody kneeling in those stands.
No.
Either side of the field, anywhere around it. It was remarkable. I had one guy joking and say, well, now'd be the time to rob a store in this town because there ain't a cop anywhere but here.
No, they were. We recently had that police department rag ball game. And this year the fire department came back and won that in the last inning. And at the end of that game, I made a comment out on the field during the presentation of the trophy that the way this community comes out that night, I think they raised over $5,000. I think almost $5,500 that night for those two charities. The way the community supports those people that are out there, whether it be a fire, police, ambulance drivers, or whatever, that's not true in all communities. We've got great support here, and it was pretty obvious again Friday night. And Phillips to be commended for the work he puts on putting that event together and recognizing I didn't get to go to the dinner before the game, but I understand there was a video produced and shown in there at the cafeteria for him and stuff, and he puts in a lot of work to organize that event. And there was a lot of first responders out there that night. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it was while I was up there with you, or maybe at halftime with KTLO, we saw an ambulance leave and come around to the ticket gate. Well, lo and behold, they had two calls there that night. Two different ladies fell at the stadium, and so I guess we knew where they needed to be that night.
Yeah, I was told there was actually 3 ambulances at the location, one on the east end, one on the west end, and one parked behind the visitor stand.
Okay.
Just to be safe. I mean, I'm sure they were there for the recognition or for the dinner, and they just stayed. They can be on call there just as good as they can be sitting at the hospital. But it was good. We went through that whole game with no injuries from either team. That was just awesome. Let's talk about the impact of a game like that draws that many people. I've got a hold of Miss Danny Pugsley from the chamber and asked her to run their little number thing that they can do for an event to see what that recorded as.
You bet.
However they call it.
Right.
To see what the numbers really looked like. But to see what the town had come in extra, what kind of a effect does that have on the town overall?
It's a huge effect because so many people, may go eat before the game and stuff. But here's something that I noticed all week, Bob, and this is what we got to keep in mind. You saw these Beat Harrison signs around town all week. You saw a huge gathering of folks Friday morning at Farmers and Merchants Bank. They had their first coffee of the month, and they had the athletic department there, Coach Husky, Coach Airy, and some players and different folks, involved in athletics there. And that bank lobby was full Friday morning supporting those kids. And you saw banners all over town. You saw these window signs. You saw yard signs. A great community involvement in letting these kids know. You saw video boards around town. You saw marquees with Beat Harrison on. Well, we didn't even do that again this week. And put up that big Greenwood marquee and let those folks know we support our kids when they come to town. the financial impact to that, I hope a lot of those people from Harrison stopped and got something to eat as they got into town before the game or afterwards. I doubt if they did afterwards because their tails were probably tucked, and they probably scooted on back to at least Marion County before they even stopped at a convenience store. It would be different for a team farther away, such as a Greenwood or one of the other schools in our conference. Those folks got a lot longer drive ahead of them, and but it's a huge impact, and I don't know if there's a true way to measure that or not by a particular night. I know we can't get information about that, but when you look at all the parking lots around town, say right before that game or after at some of the local restaurants, they're pretty full.
Yeah. We can talk a little more about that after the break. We've got Mayor Hillrey Adams with us this morning. We'll be back in just a moment.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home at
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm talking with Mayor Hillrey Adams this morning. We can sit here and talk football all morning, but I'm sure you've got other things you want to bring up. But
we could, and again, Bob, we just want to say congratulations to the athletic department, to Coach Airy, who's done a great job of not just producing some W's, but it's pretty obvious he's changed the culture. I remember one morning a couple years ago, I believe it might have been his first year, I came in here to do this same show, and he was here that morning. I remember this very well, and he was just furious. And I said, Coach, how can you be this mad at 7 o'clock in the morning? He had already looked at his phone. He knew how many of his players did not do their huddle assignments the night before. And I understood about 8:30 that morning there was a come to Jesus meeting out on the football field. Yeah. I mean, his point being, if they can't sit at home and do their huddle assignments and watch their whatever that is that they have to watch, how can they be successful on the field? So that man And his entire coaching staff have definitely changed the culture, and that's where it starts at. And, you know, I think last Thursday night, I believe it was, you had like a 7th, 8th, and 9th grade there.
Yes.
And the stadium was pretty full, at least the press box side of it, for 7th, 8th, and 9th grade football. That's,
Yes.
Bob, that's huge to see this community
I'm going
doing that.
to go out on a limb and say that there was over 1,000 people in the stands for that 7th, 8th, and 9th grade.
Well, I tell you what Coach Husky said the next morning, Friday morning down at the bank, that there was as many people there Thursday night as there was for high school games a couple, 3 years ago.
Yeah, I believe that.
And I don't doubt that a bit. So
Yeah,
we'll get off that football.
There you
we
go.
can visit about some other stuff if you'd like, you know.
You know, you've got a big event coming up at the parks with the bike group coming in.
We do. The last weekend of the month, you'll see those NICA mountain bike race teams back in here. I spoke to those NICA people the other day from that foundation over in Rogers and Bentonville area. They've got about 750 bikers registered as of that time we talked a couple weeks ago. For those 750 bikers, that probably means about at least 1,500 other visitors, being mom and dad, some cases grandparents, you know, brothers and sisters. They're anticipating well over 2,000 folks above and beyond the bikers. And so we've got a lot of work to do out there at Callista, getting everything ready for that race. That'll be that weekend. There'll be folks camping in the park. Some of the bike teams will actually camp out there Friday and Saturday night. You're going to see a lot of vehicles in this community starting Friday evening that have these funny looking racks on the back or the top with these bicycles on them. And you're going to see every hotel in this town full. You're going to see Airbnbs full. You're going to see restaurants packed. And that event right there is a huge impact to this community. This is a third year, Bob. We've had them here. And the first year they were here, I said, what I got to do to get you to come back next year? And they said, we'll take a look. And we'll compare this to all of our other locations. We like to move them around. Very rarely do we go someplace 2 years in a row. We got a couple spots we do. They came back. We got 2 years in. I immediately said, what I got to do to get you 3? And I've learned since then, one of the things they like so well about our venue out there is we let them camp on location. And by camping, that means they're sitting there in an RV. Campers on their cars, they throw out a tent. They don't do anything on site as far as campfires or cooking or stuff like that unless it's in an RV or something. We don't have any facilities for outdoor cooking or fires. But that is a clean group of people. When they leave that facility Sunday afternoon, there won't be as much as a straw wrapper in that whole place. And, you know, they pack in and they pack out. And it's a great venue, great event to bring to town. And we get them here this year. Hopefully they'll be even more pressed to Mountain Home. We'll see if we can get them back here for a 4th year of it.
Do you have to supply a lot of security for that event?
Not really. We just have our typical patrol officers mill around out there, you know, at night, especially during the camping time. During the event, we'll have a guy that's just kind of roaming through there, but we don't add a lot to it for that. We had one issue out there on Friday night of last year, and it was some guy that lives over on Rossi Road. He was a little bit more heavily influenced with some sort of drug than he needed to be, and he didn't know what was going on, and he paraded through the woods out there, and the PD got out there and took care of that real quick. He's probably still in jail, my understanding. You know, things like that don't happen very often.
Right.
It's not a big problem. And those people are all like family. If you've never been to that, go out there and watch some of it. They set up these little pop-up tents all over that park. And they build this race course through the woods. What, they add on to it, they make changes to what's already there. But on the outside, they have all these pop-up tents up, and it's a team from Bentonville or Conway or Lake Village or Jonesboro, Mountain Home, all these high school bike clubs. And they just set up there, and they got their little village out there. And they're just all family folks and, young kids and older kids riding those bikes. And, as a result of that, 2 years ago when they had that first one, we got that balance bike program with Strider Bikes started in the kindergarten here. Had a couple of local business owners step up, make some donations and fund that. We got those bikes going in the kindergarten, and they're using those down there every year now to try to get little kids on a bike instead of on their phone or a Nintendo or whatever that is. This past summer, we started a bike program over at the youth center. We got a grant over there, Daniel and his team did, and I think we had about 20 bikes over there. And they're a little step up from the balance bike. It's not like the next level up. And now they're getting out there and riding around at Cooper Park, and they're having some stuff for them over there. And that's how you grow that sport. And we're in such a great area here for, Bentonville, Arkansas pretty much has become the mountain bike capital of the world, And we've had a lot of conversations with some of the people from the Bentonville area over there about it. And, they've been very encouraging for us on how to grow that here.
Is there any property available at the new complex where they could build another bike course?
There is. We've got 69 acres out there, and once we get everything built, we've got the walking trail out there now. It's kind of tore up a little bit and will be during the construction. A lot of it's still usable, but we've had to make a cut through it to be able to get in and start our work. That walking trail will eventually connect over to ASU and under the bridge there. But we've got a hillside out there now that already has a very, very short mountain bike course on it. And once we get everything done out there, there's a lot of room left that we could potentially put in some sort of an outdoor track out there, like I think they call those pump tracks or something along those lines, and get people out there. And that'd be a great location to have something like that, because then you got the center that'll be right there to be their base headquarters for. Right there.
What's the progress on the center at this moment?
Okay, it's out. It's advertised for bids. It's 38 or 39 actual bid packages out, because you bid it by trade. You bid it at the drywall separate from the glass, and plumbing, etc. So all of that is out. We'll have a bid opening September 14th. The construction manager for that project tells us he'll open all the bids that day, and then you immediately take them all under advisement. It'll take 10 days to 2 weeks to go through those bids, make sure that the apparent low bidders have the proper bonding, insurance, job references. We won't put anybody out there that we don't know their history, that we don't know what they've done in their last 4, 5, 10 jobs, and that they've got the ability to bond that work. So it'll take a couple weeks to do that, but our anticipation is we'll have all the contracts awarded by the 1st of October with notices to proceed for every single one of them.
Is the city still doing dirt work and
We're
stuff
still
like
doing
that?
We hadn't been out there much in the last month. We had that little issue come up on Conway Street with a sewer. We had to fix that. Well, when we did, we tore that street up so bad, and I didn't want to patch it and then go back in 2 years and tear that all up again in those folks' yards while we had it tore up. Let's do it. So we moved them over to Conway, but I think probably if not this week, maybe by the end of next week, we'll be close to done at Conway, and we can move them all back out there and go to work. And our plan right now is we'll do most of the site and dirt work ourselves, prepping that area for the contractor to put the building up on.
Good deal. Time for a quick break. You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll be back in just a moment.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we're here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville. If you're looking for something wonderful and delicious, head on over to Paradise Cream for a homemade ice cream experience. With over 20 flavors like German chocolate cake and sea salt caramel, it's always homemade and delicious. Paradise Cream has something for everyone and also carries dairy-free and vegan ice cream options. So whether you like it in a cup or in one of their homemade waffle cones, you're in for a wonderful dessert experience. Located in Mountain Home next to Ramada Inn or at their Harrison address across from Pizza Hut and Castle Rental. Let Paradise Cream cater your next event, because you're on your way to paradise.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should call the Z-Team.
Hi, Brett, Fritz, and Paisley here at Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road. Mower Warehouse has the largest selection of Ferris zero-turn mowers in stock. 0% financing available. Mower Warehouse also services all brands of mowers. We offer free delivery. Come see us for all your mower needs. That's Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road, where your business is appreciated.
Going on now through June, up to $500 off select mowers at Mower Warehouse, with no money down and payments as low as $89 per month.
Have you ever noticed?
Welcome back to The Morning Show on XL7-TV. Mayor Hillrey Adams is with me this morning. Mayor, how about with the heat? Are you able to get any road work done other than Conway Street?
Well,
or are all those projects about wrapped up?
We're getting real close to wrapping up First Street. Real close. They were pulling the rest of the old part out last week, putting down the base for that, and basically they're down to, they've got the drainage work done. Now they go in, they take out the old blacktop that's there that they're going to remove, put in a new base, and then we'll have fresh layer asphalt on that. Part of that they're not going to tear completely out. They're just going to mill it down a couple inches, and then it'll all match up right there.
Does the city have its own mill?
We've got our own milling machine, and we're planning, I think it's next year, to have our own lay-down machine. What gets us in a bind sometimes, we get the road ready, in what we call an open road, like First Street will be, everything's done, it's ready to go. It's laying there waiting on somebody to come lay the asphalt. We don't have our ability to do that. And so our fate falls in the hand of whoever that contractor is that's getting those jobs, like it was on Russell Street. And, a lot of times if they can't get to it, what happens, we might get a big rain, 2 or 3. I remember on Burnett Drive, it washed it out 2 or 3 times before we could get the contractor to get it laid down. So our anticipation is, our plans are to buy our own lay-down machine, and we can be much more efficient. And when we get those roads ready, we go lay them down. We're not dependent on someone else to come do that.
When they mill that or grind those roads out like that, are they able to use that as fill again?
That's what they're doing. If you'll go down First Street right now, they were laying millings back down there last Friday when I was down there, and that stuff makes great base. Usually after they've got all the rock and everything, then the top layer of base is millings, and it works really, really good. And as you see us out milling those streets like we did Dyer and Hickory this past summer, we've got a stockpile up at the street department. We haul every bit of that up there, pile it, and then we turn right around and reuse as much of it as we can.
Saves a ton of money.
And it is a great product to put right back down there like that. So
People don't think about it, but the heat of the asphalt that you pour on top of it, that you lay on top of it, adheres to that old asphalt. It makes it
works
very, very strong.
very good. And I think we got that milling machine. I believe last year was our first year for it. So we're on 2 years of doing our own millings now, and that helps us get there when we need to get there versus waiting on someone else.
The sewer project on Conway, is that the only one that you've got going on
No,
right now?
we're starting. We've got the contractors were setting up yesterday. I saw them out there getting some trucks and equipment ready. You're fixing to see us. We'll be starting right there across Club Boulevard from First Baptist Church, and we're going to be going along Buzzardly Roost Road, right along the edge of the golf course. So I've told my guys to make sure they got their hard hats on, because you got the golfers out there and not all of them hit it real straight, and make sure they got their hats on to protect themselves. But that's a force main that comes down to 4th Street, and we've got some issues with it from right there at Club all the way out to where it connects into the 390 lift station there behind Lowe's. And it's been patched a few times, had some Band-Aids put on it, but it's about probably 4 or 5 foot in the ground in most places. It's not a real deep line since it's not a gravity flow. And we've got a lot of problems with that. So we're going in and replacing that. That's an old iron pipe, and we're going to be replacing that with some PVC and doing that. And that's one we're contracting out, and they were putting their crews on that yesterday. Then we're up in the area around North and Church Street, kind of behind the AutoZone and back in there behind the Church of Christ, and we're replacing a bunch of old galvanized water lines up there. The water department's got that going. And then down behind the Corps Engineer office on Circle Drive, we're replacing that's some of the oldest sewer line in this city. You know, a lot of those houses down in there were built when the dams were built for Corps employees, and some very, very old line. And I think we're on our last piece of that project down there now. We'll have all that old pipe out of the ground and new stuff in. It'll hopefully last as long as the first round of it did.
What about, we talked about the new complex that you've got going on. Anything else going on with the other parks?
You're just utilizing them right now. They're all finished and done, and this fall we've got, I mentioned to you off air there a while ago, racquetball started last night. That's going. You got the bike race coming up, but we've got some fall softball and baseball tournaments as well that'll be going on out there. And ASU, they've got Trailblazer baseball and softball now. They'll be using Keller Park for their home softball games, and they're going to use Lester White Field up at Cooper Park for their home baseball games. So you'll see some college baseball and softball going on in both locations throughout this fall.
What about the new fire station out at 62 East?
I think it's in the week after next, maybe. We have our 30% design meeting. They've done some geotechnical borings out there on that location, so we know exactly what we have to do footing wise and the base that's going to be under the building, etc. They've been doing those borings out there the last few days, and we're anticipating, we've already moved, got basically the floor plan of it is finished with the architect team. The next meeting we'll kind of be doing some stuff related to the outside appearance of it, colors, skin design, and things like that. But we're really anticipating we'll be ready to go to bid on that job by 1st of November, somewhere in there.
Will the state of Arkansas put some emergency stoplights out there?
I don't know if they'll do that or we will, but we've had a plan all along, ever since we picked that location, to put up a light there. I've seen them at other fire stations. They've got one on Stadium Boulevard at Hilltop there in Jonesburg, going towards Parago by SU. When that fire truck is dispatched to come out, that light goes stopping that traffic on that highway when the door on that fire station opens. And that gives you time to get everybody stopped so that that truck can get out going whichever way it needs to go, and then it'll let traffic flow again. So that light will be coming, and we'll have that ready to go when we get the station up and running.
Yeah, people don't understand how much that had to be built up in order to put a building on it.
Yeah, quite a bit in some places, especially on the back. But, you know, that's the reason you do the borings you do, and you test things, and you've got architect and design teams that can determine how that footing needs to be built to support that structure that's going on it right there.
Anything ever come about where the Steak and Shake was supposed to go?
It's still owned by that same company, Bob.
Still owned by the same people?
Still owned by the same company, so who knows what may not be happening there. We do have a planning commission meeting coming up here in a couple weeks to approve the site plan and facade and landscape part of the new Slim Chickens, which will be going next to Aspire Outdoors on out 62 East. And then I think at the last planning commission last month, they did the same approvals for the new KFC store, which will be going next to Burger King there in front of Days Inn on the hill. Everybody asked, well, what's going to happen to the old KFC? They're two different companies. Who knows what will happen to the old one?
Owned by two different
I think
people.
I know what will happen to it when you got a really nice new and it's easy to get in and out of with the drive-up window, but that'll be for the people who don't know what to determine.
And that's going in the lot next to Days Inn, between Days Inn and Burger King?
Between Days Inn and Burger King. You actually got two pieces of property right there. You get the driveway, it goes up to Days Inn, and between there and Burger King, there's two pieces of property. It's going on the one closest to the Burger King right there. Going to be a lot of chicken out on that side of town. A lot of chicken opportunities.
Mountain Home, Arkansas, the fried chicken capital of the U.S.
Well, you know, there's a lot of chicken, lot of chicken grown, you know, and in
no
this
doubt
part
about
of the
that.
world there, you take here, you head off down towards the Independence of Sharp County, and a lot of chicken houses, we got to get them out of there, use them for something.
Absolutely right. What else you got going on? Anything exciting?
Oh, you know, there's always a lot going on, but you know, I just can't help, Bob, but go back to, you know, how proud this town should be over what happened here last Friday night. And I guess I want to keep saying this because I know this morning there's some people from Harrison, Arkansas that watch this.
Their Parks Department may be
their
listening.
Parks Department and their mayor, and we don't get a chance to crow like this very often, but we need to when we can. And you know, but the real key piece is let those. You know, I had an opportunity yesterday. I was out walking around at a Clutch to Willette ballpark, looking at some stuff out there. A police car pulled up. A police officer rode down his window and talked to me, and he had a young guy in the car with him. And it was his intern through the SRO program at the high school. The police officer got this young boy in there. I didn't know if he'd picked him up or something, but he was sitting in the front seat instead of behind the bar, so I felt like it was probably a good deal. And the kid was an intern. The officer introduced the boy to me. He's a football player. I won't say his name on there, but I know you know him real well. Great old big boy. And I just wanted to go around the other side and shake that boy's hand and give him a hug and let him know how proud this community was of what they did out there last Friday night. And a couple of years ago, a guy told me, he said, you know, when you have a successful football program in town, the community's going to be better for that, and I'm a firm believer in that. And it's not just football. Scott's sitting over there. They've had a great wrestling program for years, and you got baseball and basketball and cheer.
We're going to have to cut you off, Mayor.
We got to support those kids and their endeavors out there.
Absolutely right. You've been watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll see you in the morning.